All right, guys. This one, Pastor Chris Oyahilome. Pastor Chris Oyahilome don't come out from nowhere. He just come out from nowhere. He say, "May Nigerians begin to drink salt. May they carry salt till they bath." Say na so Bible talk am. The situation that is affecting us right now in Nigeria, Pastor Chris not see anyone talk about. He just come out. He say na salt. Now we suppose they drink till they bath now. Babajide don't come out now, come destroy Pastor Chris concerning that particular statement. I would like you to listen to what Babajide have to say alongside with others. Let's take this together.
The words of Jesus, salt is good. Look at it. That's Jesus. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. They told you salt is bad, but Jesus said salt is good. All right, let's read the rest of it. But if the salt have lost its saltness, wherewith will ye season it? Read the next part. Have salt in yourselves, and have peace one with another. Tell me. If Jesus didn't mean this, what else did he mean? You tell me. If this wasn't what he meant, what did he mean? He just told you, salt is good. And then he says, have salt in yourselves. What other interpretation do you want to give it? We just learned from the medical personnel that we listened to, they said a lot of people are sick because they don't have sufficient salt in themselves. That's why they're sick. And then the other guy said, for all the sick people in the hospitals all over the world, there's one thing that is common with all of them when they are admitted. There's one thing that's common with all of them. Intravenous salt. Salt is what they put into their bodies. Why did they do this? I told you, if you're well, the medical doctors will be broke. The pharmaceutical industry will be broke. So they can't afford for you to be very well. They need you to be sick. So they can't always tell you the truth. And many medical doctors find out about this late, so never discover. They think they're in a profession to help people get cured. After all, that's why they went to medical school. Until they meet the regulators. And those who are from the Ministry of Health.
A viral video where the president and founder of Love World Incorporated, also known as Christ Embassy, Pastor Chris Oyahilome, encouraged increased salt consumption is ruffling feathers. Pastor Oyahilome had in the video claimed that Africans are deliberately discouraged from using salt to drive the sales of sodium-based medications. But the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare has issued a warning to Nigerians to discontinuance the charismatic clergyman. In response, the ministry clarified that while sodium, a key component of salt, is necessary for the body's function, it must be consumed in moderation. Okay, first of all, BKU, the claim by the church cleric, Pastor Oyahilome, about salt consumption. When you heard it, what's your take on it?
I just, my mind just went back to when he was doing those miracles on TV. and the regulatory body, NBC, ordered Nigerian TV stations to stop showing those miracles because it was becoming a farce. And the truth is, pastors are powerful in our country, they are influential. It's like that. Even in other African countries, people have yielded their brains to their pastors. To their remember, even somewhere in East Africa, a pastor said people should go and be eating grass.
Yes.
And they foolishly went and they were eating grass just to obey somebody who's a human being just like them.
My pastor said,
these are gods of men, not men of God. That's who they are. And the whole people who read, because we don't need to be doctors, medical doctors, before we get some information. Too much consumption of salt. Since I was a kid, my mom used to tell me that this will lead to hypertension and all that. And because of change in dietary attitude, we now have people as young as 7 years suffering from hypertension.
Absolutely.
People as young as 7 years having kidney failure. People as young as 6 years suffering from obesity. Abi? That's how you people pronounce it, not obesity. For many years, I was calling it obesity. It was my own.
I understand.
So, people must realize that things are changing. I've related an experience before when I went to Louth to do a documentary. I saw kids in the cancer ward. It troubled me. It troubled me for weeks. It troubled me, even up to today. Sometimes I still remember that encounter. Because I entered the ward, was allowed to take the camera into the ward, designed with sweet colors. No children like colors a lot. But man, it was tough. Because at the end of the day, we are human beings, even as journalists, and we have our emotions. To see a 7-year-old, 8-year-old suffering from cancer, you know how painful it can be, especially when chemotherapy is brought into the picture. It's an unbearable pain. But we can help mitigate some of these things by addressing the matter of what we ingest into our bodies. Where pastors are now telling people that they should consume salt in ample quantity, they are trying to push people to early graves. As far as I'm concerned, because it will damage your kidney, it will lead to hypertension. And all kinds of preventable diseases. Yes. This is, you can, on your own, you can even just check. Just check. And we can't be in a situation in where I was watching an interview, somebody was told, use Google. He refused. Because he knew if he used Google, he will be exposed right there as ignorant. So you can, as we are discussing now, you can check what are the harmful effects of too much sodium consumption. Do you know, even Pringles, I stopped buying it for my children because the level of sodium in Pringles is unbearable. It's just too much. You can get children like it, you can consume it, but do you know the damage that it will be doing to their body incrementally? It could be several years down the line that you start paying. So people should just ignore this pastor who has said, oh, consume. Otherwise, if they choose not to ignore him and they are consuming salt like they are consuming ice cream, they are going to pay for it.
It will cause a pandemic. But when, religious leaders misinform the public, especially in the area of health, who should hold them to account?
I think
even Christians should hold them to account. Christians, governments.
Yes.
Say, I am unapologetic.
If he's doing what he's preaching.
Thank you very much. I also thought about this. I said, this man is in his 60s. Will any man in their right mind at that age be talking about much of sodium intake? Perhaps he's teaching what he would rather not practice. The funny thing is that when some of the members run into trouble, those that follow Pastor sheepishly, they do not have access to, they cannot afford the kind of health care that these pastors can. If anything happens to Oyakilome today, he can fly abroad and get.
He has the funds.
He has the funds. But when they start having, when his members start having NCDs, non-communicable diseases, as a result of things like kidney failure, like heart issues or whatever it is.
And also, let's not forget some religious leaders who tell, don't go to the hospitals, come to church for healing. Instead of go to hospital.
There was a man, I don't want to say pastor, because they will know who I'm talking about. I was close to him. When he died, his children went into his closet. His drawer was full of hypertensive drugs that he was not taken. He ignored it. And he suffered cardiac arrest and such.
Can you imagine that?
Now, if you're encouraging people to deliberately consume what will lead to high blood pressure, nobody is saying sodium does not have its use to the body. But things must be consumed in moderation. And what is suggested is 5 grams a day. That is the World Health Organization threshold, 5 grams a day. If you are telling people to consume more than that, then that means you know what those doctors do not know.
Absolutely.
And you must be ready to explain it. Maybe in a debate, let's get a scientist, a solid healthcare practitioner.
Exactly.
Let's have him spar with you so that you can share ideas.
Exactly.
Where is your idea coming from? When did you suddenly chance on this idea that you now want to sell to our people? Remember, even during COVID, some people were consuming salt. They thought that by consuming salt, and people died. Some people died in the process. Our people should not listen to pastors sheepishly.
Exactly.
I will never be in that situation. I'm a Christian. I do my best to support God's work. Those who are close to me, they know that. A lot of my resources, go into supporting God's work. And I know that God likes charitable people. I try my best. I do that. I will not come and praise myself here. But I try my best to please God in my own way. I know I'm not a saint. I've never told anybody that I'm a saint.
Absolutely.
Especially if by doing that, I could actually cause people's death.
Absolutely.
There's no way that you will ingest salt in ample quantity that it won't have a terrible repercussion.
But
anyway, because of our time, because of our time,
we just ask a one-liner.
We see. I just want our people to know that God is not against medical science.
Absolutely.
People should not be dispensing superstitions. Somebody had appendicitis, and it was Senator Judy told us this some time ago. Had appendicitis, and he was saying, look, it's ofaye, spiritual harrow. Until he said, please go to the hospital, and it was discovered that it was appendicitis. You have sicknesses, you have diseases, you are calling them ofaye, spiritual harrow, and all of that. And that's what they teach in some of the churches.
Our people, ignorance is causing a whole lot of things. But
fellow citizens of Nigeria, my name is Just Adito. When I see the way where this country they go now, one of the things we go help us now advocacy, enlightenment, because some of us inherited a lot of wrong information, and that wrong information is causing a lot of problem. And part of the problem where we get for this country, or generally in the world, be say, wrong people go carry profession, they do wrong job. Now, Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, una well done. Thank you, the one we una do, una try. And make una they understand that there is a field of discipline. Now, Wetin Nutritional Association of Nigeria suppose talk, where una suppose call them say, come and help us address this matter and enlighten the public. Una don't push Shokoto. Pastor Chris, your own no go spoil. Wetin you talk,
so you can
right.
understand it.
National Medical Association, wetin una talk and social development, una right. The one where me too, I want tell una as the Jagaban of nutrition is still right. So make anybody know verse. This verse where they go right and left. What you do, all the quite too much. Now, when we are talking of salt, Pastor Chris, they talk of spiritual salt and physical experience. When we are talking of salt, let us address it from the nutritional angle, because anything where they do you now, when doctors say no do this, no do this, if nutrition not they involved, no be solution, then just put you for retainership. You go, they go from hospital, like say you won't go check your, you they go backyard. Now, salt is important in the human body. Salt in our proco, salt in our messenger, salt in our salt, salt in our salt. If you need salt in your body, and you are saying you don't want to take salt, you are causing more problem. And now hospital go still shop your money last. Salt helps to regulate the amount of water in your cell and in your bloodstream. So you need to consume salt in a day. When people see you, they cook, they put salt, say, it's too much, don't eat salt. I stopped eating salt 3 years ago. You are compounding the problem that you have. Salt is the apricot. When you say the communicator between the nerves and the muscle, now salt, they carry the message, is the facilitator. Salt, they are very important in your human body. Whether you are above 60, 70, 90, or 400 years. When you are talking of muscle function, now still salt. When you are talking of relaxation, movement of the physical activity, now salt, they run them. Nobody, they help and run them. Now salt, they run in thing. When you are talking of regulating your blood pressure, now salt they run am. The place where it can become problem be say too much of everything is no good. Eda. So when there is too much salt in your body and your potassium level is low, your blood pressure with your salt level will increase and it can lead to hypertension. But you see, this hypertension not be only salt. Make you tell you something. If you are not well relaxed, you don't rest, or you are always thinking, you are always moody, all those things, it can result to blood pressure. Your blood pressure will increase. If you be woman, you know they collect ammo, your blood pressure go increase. Oh, show mama karakiri, why you go they nag like all those Lagos State and Federal High Court judge. Those ones you go see that then go they nag do the body sama one ti gboko lo nse won ton ba gboko ara won abale. So it's very important for you to consume salt. When your potassium level is low, your blood pressure will be high. I'm telling you because I be Jagaban of nutrition. Now, you see this our Nigeria. Not be saying a lie. We are blessed. You see all those of you where they lose blood pressure medicine up and down. I want you to try this simple recipe. Any doctor where they treat you, where you never put nutritional therapy or adjustment or nutrition lifestyle, it don't turn you to customer. Sure, mama hospital, you go hospital every three weeks. You know that medical and pharmaceutical, they are the biggest business in the world. Now, those of you who sabi Zobo leaf, all you need to do is just to soak Zobo leaf in hot water for 10 to 15 minutes. No need to they boil, they put ginger, they put pineapple, they put cloves. Those ones, then they do luxury red wine. Then they enjoy it. Just soak it in hot water 10-15 minutes and you drink it. It will reduce your blood, to maintain and regulate your blood pressure. As a matter of fact, if you drink too much, it go crash your blood pressure. When you eat 8 bananas in a day, I don't tell you now all these things, so they my YouTube page, yo. Now go, now no one go where help them. Now, 8 bananas a day will increase your potassium level and your blood pressure is low. Once your potassium level is high, your blood pressure is low. Those of you where they eat beans here, make you cook beans, go buy raisins, blend raisins, put. It will regulate your blood pressure and stabilize it. Avocado, no they see avocado for street, they waka pass. Sprinkle some black pepper on it and consume it. It's good for your blood pressure. Potato, I no send you go they buy fried potato. Just steam some potato. Leave yam small, enjoy potato. Your blood pressure will be good. If you see all those hard, lovely, fresh tomatoes, chew tomato, your blood pressure go dey okay. This blood pressure thing na packaging. I've told you, coconut water, drink it, your blood pressure will be okay. Cashew nut, be chewing it, your blood pressure will be okay. Not be every time, but shaki, roundabout, they enjoy life like say, now you won't go wait for us for heaven. These things will keep your blood pressure low. So, Pastor Chris, what the right? Doctor Association, una right, but make una encourage nutritionists and dietitians to talk. And we will be wellness specialist consultants. When we tell them whether they go believe, because people know they too they I find sunglasses, Sean dash me. So that is what it is. So salt is important in the body. Salt is necessary, and there are different types of salt. Not they buy cheap salt. Celtic salt is there. Himalayan salt is there. Eat plenty. Eat quality food. Yoruba people are say then go say entire bag for. No, they manage. You go see salt 5,000. You go say give me the one of 200. Eat correct. Eat correct. Go, doctor, they collect correct money for your hand. You self eat correct food. Okay. So everybody make una hold up, maintain status quo. Salt is important in the body. You cannot run away from salt. If you run away from salt, you will complicate the problems in your body. Thank you.
I'm not surprised. We have lots of gullible followers who are following these pastors. No matter what they say, their gullible followers must abide by it. Whereas these same pastors, they don't go drink salt. They don't go use a bath. But their followers, instead of them to worship God, they prefer to worship their pastor. So what do I know? That's Nigerian Worship Media. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to talk about it, things that affect you and I. Take care, guys, and bye for now.